Hello, hello, hello. It's Nikki Manching. It's Sundays, the third Sunday in May. It's May 15th. It's like a really special day. It's going to be my birthday tomorrow. So, this is like my favorite Sunday of May. And every single show tonight, and there are four of them, are like little mini birthday presents for me. So, coming up with my next little mini birthday present is Frankie and the rest of House Team Messing. Frankie, don't go away.
Happy birthday, Mickey!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
Love
Mickey.
you.
Hi, I'm Robin. I am going to be introducing us. We are House Team Messing, and our favorite thing is messing around. We are seeking a suggestion, and the topic of our suggestion is gardening tools and other implements. And I am waiting to see a trowel. A trowel is the suggestion, whatever that means to you. And trowel.
So I despise dandelions. I think they're a beautiful color, but I just got this thing, like whether they're yellow or they're fluffy snow puffs. So I get out there and I get in there with that tip and I attack that root system with a vengeance to get them out of my garden.
My mother is 91 years old, and I swear that the key to her longevity is pulling weeds. That woman lives to be in the garden. In fact, she has no time ever to talk to me. Whenever I call her, I literally maybe get 2 seconds of her time, and before I know it, she's saying, I have to go. I got to pull weeds. And so I think pulling weeds is a key to longevity. I'm just saying.
Ooh, then I'm not going to live too long because I don't pull weeds well. I don't garden well. I have trowels. I have various implements that have not helped. I have killed a cactus. Pretty much, I don't have children because I'm pretty sure I would have forgotten to water them.
I feel you so much. I have the same problems. I killed many plants. Actually, at home, I have just one plant which is surviving everything, even 3 weeks without water. And that's the only plant which survived with me.
So tools are things that you can use to do stuff with. So I've heard of them. Most of my tools are in the house and they aren't used for the thing of which they are made. So the hammer I primarily use to crush ramen noodles so I don't have to break them. Let's see, the wrench also used as a hammer. The trowel, if I have a trowel, I would be quite surprised.
I actually have a horticultural degree, and so I worked at many places, such as in Great America, when it was Great America, Marriott's Great America. And their saying was, "Welcome to Great America. Have a nice day." That's not really it, but I can't remember. But I did plant all the flowers, and I'm one of those people that if I can't find it, I just go out and buy a new one. So I have like 20 of everything, and I'm sure there's a twelve in there.
I was actually forced to take agricultural lessons as a child. It wasn't as dramatic as I'm making it sound, but I remember we had large tools and we'd go to the tool shed and we'd pick them out. And I was pretty young there, and I was probably 8, 9, something like that. And so I promptly forgot about, well, not so promptly. Years later, I forgot all about it. And then when I finally tried to have my own garden, and when I was living in upstate New York, the first year, everything worked, and I seemed to have a magical touch, and every vegetable, even with tiny little fragile seeds I planted, grew up nicely. And I had the hugest, what was it? I had these pumpkin-like things. See, I don't even know what they're called. Squashes, I think, maybe, but they were almost like pumpkin-sized. And then the second year, nothing grew. And at that point, I realized in an alternative future, I might have actually become a plant tester. to test which plants are the most durable and can grow even with very poor care. And I also managed to assassinate a cactus at least once in my life.
The wax. I can't get the wax out of my ear. I can't hear you well, clearly.
I got this earring, George. I got this earring. Maybe if you put an earring in your ear, maybe you could hear better. Sometimes the earrings, you know, they go with my outfit, but they also help unclog my earwax. Every once in a while, I'll look at my finger and I'll go, here it is right there, the wax.
Could you check the door? I'm afraid somebody like important might be there, and I don't want to miss anything important because I thought I heard
George,
it.
you're not missing anything. If the doorbell rings, I'm going to hear it because the earrings, they almost acoustically help me hear. I mean, literally, these little diamonds, they've saved my life. One time, there was a speeding bullet, and the bullet, like, nearly nicked me, and, like, it really hit this, and I was good, George.
You said I'm the love of your life. That's sweet, honey.
George, you're the love of my life. I've loved you since, since I met you in college, George. You were in, AP math, and I looked over and I'm like, who's that guy with the hat? I wonder if he has hair. I like a guy with hair, but I like a guy with a hat, George.
Would you double check the door just in case?
George, honey, I'm telling you, look, if the doorbell rings, I have perfect hearing. You know how some people have beautiful earrings and they have like perfect vision? I, because of these earrings, have the perfect hearing, George.
Ding dong.
George, there's somebody at the door.
I'll go get it.
I hear you're the best horticulturist in the whole lands, and this is my favorite plant. It's a Dracaena marginata. Dracaena marginata. That's the name that goes with it from Europe. The European name for it, and it's dying.
Sure. That name sounds vaguely familiar.
Vaguely familiar?
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure about the European names of things, but this looks, maybe if I give it CPR.
Yes, please. Oh, they also like when you're naked. Plants love when you're naked and play Bach.
Well, okay, I didn't hear that, but I'm willing to go the extra mile to save this thing. All right.
Well, you are a horticulturist.
You can lead a horticulturist to water, but you can't make her think.
Oh, you're punny. You're very punny for someone who's saving a life right now.
I'm trying to
You know,
distract.
that's my first plant since I quit AA.
Well, it might be your last plant as well, but really just be patient with me. I have a really great publicist, but I don't really know what to do with plants.
Well, then why do you have Cheryl Moore, horticulturist, on your door? And by the way, if that dies, I can't ever find love, because one of our steps is you have to keep alive a plant to get a partner. So remember, you have to keep alive a plant.
Can we just like by step that step and just, I'll love you if that makes it easier, so you don't have to worry about the plant. I'll just love you. That will be, you'll get to where you need to be, and we can just get the plant. Forget the plant.
I'm sorry. I really tried my hardest. I fed it. I touched it lovingly, not in a creepy way, and I
Well, I'll tell you, something's working, but I don't know what's going on with that. It's it's all wrong. It's your hair. Everything you've done to that plant is now coming out in your hair.
My hair.
Yes.
It does feel
The
a little weird.
last experiment you did, your fingernails got so long, and now it's
He's like,
happened again.
are you suggesting that I'm taking on the properties of the plants that I kill?
It's possible.
But you're not upset at me at all.
No, I'm just quite concerned. Are you eating this stuff or what is happening? I'm
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't want you to know because I was embarrassed. But I am eating them. I'm taking little tiny pieces of these plants that I'm supposed to care for, and I'm eating them. And I guess it manifests. And
I tell you, this morning I could have sworn your hair was at least an inch shorter, and now and the plant is looking weaker. I think it's, could it be that you're absorbing are you becoming a plant?
I can feel it growing now. I don't want to do it. I really want to stop. Just help me, help myself by.
I have killed every plant I've ever had. I'm afraid to help you.
You too?
Yeah.
And yet you're managing to do it without transforming.
Eating it. I don't eat it ever. Well, the yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We can. Okay.
We
Back
can
to
work
it.
through this together. And
I
everything
think
will
we
be.
can. I think we can.
I always wonder how people can, like really long time keep a job. I'm one of them.
I've had a job for 30 years. I love my job. I love it. I've been
Yeah.
a secretary for a lawyer, and he's like 80 now, but I really like my job. I like type. I bring him coffee. He likes really, he likes to have a little beer at the end of the day. I like my job. 30 years I've been doing it.
It must be very good because 30 years in one company, it's really a long time. My experience says that this is really difficult to do, but you can do that. I did it myself, and you know what? My boss died, the second died, and I'm still living and having the same job.
I kind of sometimes hope my boss will die. I like sometimes look at him and I think, like, what if you died? I could take a real vacation. I is it bad that I want him like maybe to have a heart attack or something? But he will like clutch his chest and stuff like that. But then he just always comes back and says, "Hey, can you make me a coffee?" And I make him a coffee. But I don't know. I think if he died, I might take a real vacation.
I understand that. I really understand. I feel like a business widower. I just lost 3 bosses. I lived longer than them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am a
that's
widow.
sad.
I am a real widow. I had a man. He was a gardener, but he got poisoned. He was allergic to the chemicals they use on the azaleas, and yeah. So.
But did he worked for you?
No, he was my husband. He didn't really work. He just gardened, and I made all the money, and it was a lot of pressure.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I
Oh,
understand
don't be sorry. I hated him. I really, he stunk. Really, he smelled like fertilizer.
Ma, answer the phone, Ma. Ma, come on. I know you're home. Answer.
She's not going to answer when you holler at her.
She hasn't even answered, George.
She expects you to holler at her. You're so consistent, honey.
Well, the damn woman I call what? That's how I talk about my mother, okay? You have this relationship with your mother that's just like sugar and spice and everything nice. And I appreciate that.
Thank you. So does she.
What does that mean? Are you stealing my okay? She's not picking up. I have to go over there.
She.
Ring, 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 George. Ring, 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 George.
Be
Ring,
nice,
ring.
George. George,
Fine.
really.
Hello, Ma, what the hell?
Could you give me over to your friend? I want to talk to him.
What do you mean you want to talk to?
Talk-
I'm your son. You know who he is. And why do you just say friend after all these years? Really? Here, take the phone. He doesn't even want to talk to me.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson. I tried to get through to him, but he's just stubborn like your ex-husband.
Don't you bring my dad into this.
I'm just saying.
I made fresh cookies. You want to come over?
I love your fresh cookies, Mrs.
What the-
Johnson.
They aren't the ones with the nuts and the chocolate, and then you dip them in milk.
The nuts and the chocolate. The nuts and the chocolate. Come
See
on.
what-
Don't tell my son. Don't tell him.
See what getting nice gets you, Frankie? Mrs.
Mm.
Johnson.
See you soon.
Oh, I am on my way.
You know
Well,
why you're here, don't you?
sorry.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah. I assassinated at least once. So I guess you wanna employ me.
Wait, you're just confessing just like that?
Yeah, sure. It's good to be fair with your future boss. And also I don't want to be boss widower, so I want you to know that you have to be aware of who I am. If you employ me, you know that I can kill not only potential victim, I can kill my boss if you don't pay me, for example.
Well, that seems fair enough. I like the honesty. It's very refreshing. You know,
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
people come in here and they all lie about their potential intention to maybe kill me.
I really like my job, you know. My best tools to kill people are the gardening tools, you know. With scissors, you can really nicely cut the neck.
Oh, that's
Or a
really
finger,
creative.
you know, one by one. Oh, that's really impressive.
Rather, well,
Blood is splashing like crazy when you cut a finger. Now it's how many veins and blood vessels are here. That
But
makes
it-
really
hmm,
picturesque.
I think I will say I am getting a little bit uncomfortable with the graphic descriptions of ways in which you might potentially kill me. It's
Well, I'm not planning to kill you. I just want to get job. But you know, all these things are really like you would really look very good when I just make scalp, and you know, it would be very, very impressive. And by the way, you would look like handsome bald.
um, I'm just going to go to my private bathroom for a moment and lock myself in there.
Yeah, go
and then-
ahead. Don't hesitate. You know, I'll be waiting here for you.
With no gardening tools, I hope.
Well, it's a very nice gift. I never had a trowel before.
I'm so glad you appreciate it, Sally. 50 years we've had together, and I wanted to do something special for you finally.
Well, this is it. I mean, you've given me diamonds, you've given me jewels. There was a car there that one time. But this really is, and I didn't mean to be unappreciative, but this is the one. This is the gift.
So, you're ready to get your hands dirty, I take it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're always out there. I could see you in the window, and you're humming and singing and talking, and I'm in here doing dishes and things. And
You notice the Orioles just kind of landing on my fingers when I'm out there sometimes?
yeah, I'm very, and I just, I admit, I always said I didn't want to join you in your passion, but
Yeah, that's another thing.
but the fact that you overrode that and you bought me my own trowel, which to me is like an invitation to come and garden with you.
I'm looking forward to another 50 years with you, and I hope you have the patience to wait for what I get you then.
I wonder what it'll be. But in the meantime, keep going with the jewels, okay?
Sure.
Go ahead. Just dig in. Go ahead. For hours, I've been making this special dinner for both of you. Just dig in.
Peter, you go first. Peter, you take the first bite.
I think she made it in that fancy thing that she bought with all the stuff from that so-called gardens that she planted.
It's farm to table, Peter. It's farm to table. Take it a bite.
Take it. Take it.
Take it, Peter.
Yes.
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 Come on.
I feel like I have good and evil on me.
Take it.
And
It's all good, Peter.
Just dig in. Dig in.
Is this rhubarb? Rhubarb's
Put it on your
poisonous.
tongue.
Rhubarb
on
is poisonous.
Lick it.
If you cook it right, it's not.
There. Taste it. Lick it. Oh, that's right, Peter. That's right. Take it in.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
It's delicious, isn't it? He likes it.
You nasty old women have taken all of my money that I have signed over to you before I die, and I shall be back. I swear I'll be back.
Wait a second. He finds all his money over to you? Because I didn't get any.
I didn't get the money. What the hell is he talking about? Forget about it. Hopefully he dies.
Just taste it.
And that's our show.
It's delicious.
Just taste it.
Just take it.
That's our show. Thanks
It's a
to
surprise.
Vintage Improv and Susan Messing. I'm Robin. I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
I'm Susan Geedy from Tampa, Florida.
What is the alphabet? It means nothing to any of us. I'm Cheryl from Milton, Pennsylvania.
I'm Frankie from Chicago, Illinois.
I'm David from Hooked on Phonics.
My name is Monika and I'm from Warsaw, Poland.
I'm Anir from Ramat Hashiro in Israel.
We're just messing around.
Happy birthday, Mickey!
Happy birthday, Mickey!
Thank you so much. We'll be back again this exact same time, 8:30 every Sunday. So tune in 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for House Team Messing. They like to mess around. Okay, and have a great rest of your evening. You all hang on now. Ramen on Sunday is on in 5 minutes. Just watch the little trailer go by. Bye-bye, everybody.
I love your hair. I love your hair.